Hello. I said to you guys yesterday, we're live about right now, so here I am. Alright, so I'm going to clean this pipe real quick. See if anyone wants to come in or not. Find out. Oh man. So normally what I do is I let these pipes, so I turn on smoking them. I let them go off and I won't clean them until I use them again. That's usually what I do. I have a video about cleaning pipes, but relatively easy. Best thing you can do with these pipes, the secret is try to take this and get the fit, so you can see like it'll leave it inside the pipe if you don't do that. So that's the secret to using these things, is try to get them to where you don't have any residue left over. But this one's not necessarily dirty. You can see here, relatively alright. And then on this side here, go ahead. You can see in there it's clean. But alright, so it's starting to build a really nice char around this. That's what you want. You see the char? It's a really good sign. You want it to cake in there, and this one is starting to cake, which is a good sign. This is the first pipe I ever had. I've had this pipe for, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 years at this point. And I love this pipe for this reason. When I'm talking, this is a pipe that I believe in my mouth, and that's what she said. You just hold it right there and you can have it. So, alright, I did a video about this on how to do a bowl, but I'll just do it right now. So, let's go here. What I like to do, this is the laziest way to do this, so this is why I do it this way. And it seems to work out just fine for me. So, just push this in here, pack it, pack it, pack it, pack it. And it smells good. That's one thing I love about pipe tobacco. It just smells so nice. It's so sweet. Just depends on what you're smoking, but it just smells so good. Matter of fact, my friend Carlos, I told him, I was like, hey man, I need to get some tobacco. And I said, I can't remember which one it is, right? It's like, alright, well here, smell this. And I smelled this and I'm like, oh, I think it's this one. And then when I got home and I saw a picture, I realized I had a picture of my Instagram. And I'm like, wait, yeah, it's Casanova for Fink Cigars. So I was correct in the actual scent itself. But yeah, which is really funny because a lot of these pipe tobaccos, you may not know what they are, but you can make them out by scent here. So it's something really unique. My mother-in-law got this for me, and I think it's really cool. I can put all my stuff in here and then put the pipe right here. This is also good for a cigar. You can lay a cigar on there too if you wanted to. So, alright. Oh, come on now. Oh. All you want to do is char the end of this. You see I've charred it. And then just push this down. Let it go out and relight it. That's all you're trying to do. So, alright, we relight it. In the future, I will be doing a review of this hat right here. This hat's from Hat of Cane. Out of Singapore. I really like their hats, and it's great for the warmer months. So in Texas it gets really hot, and then obviously down in Mexico it's always hot. So these are where I'm at because I'm on the southern part, so it's always hot over there. Alright. As you can see here, I went to the zoo yesterday, so I got a little sunburn, but alright. Not the end of the world. Alright. So today, There we go. Alright. I got this burning finally, sorry. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but you can get it charred and get it going. I will do a review on a Zippo lighter that I have. It has the insert for the pipe. The best thing about that lighter is that the wind doesn't take it out. I've been to a cigar store in a while, so I don't have any matches. I ran out of them, unfortunately. Last weekend I did a review about smoking cigars, and this today I was going to do more of a pipe one, but I'm thinking about changing it up, but we'll talk about pipes right now. So this is an excellent thing to do if you just want to relax and enjoy yourself. Most people don't like the smell of cigars, so if you smoke cigars, they're gonna not like it. But a lot of times, if I'm out in public and I'm smoking this, many people will, oh, what is that? And it brings off a certain aroma to it, and it smells really good. So that's something that I really do like about pipes, is they're conversation starters. If you're a single dude and you're out and about, like at a bar or somewhere, I used to go to bars and just smoke these things outside. And people would come talk to me and everything, and I really did enjoy that. I got a lot of unique conversations out of it. So that's something really cool. It just gives you something to talk about. Come on now. So that's one reason. And then I had a girlfriend. Not really a girlfriend. It was more like a chick before I was married. And then I had this on a date, and I figured I'd just take this and smoked it. It was pretty cool. She liked the way it smelled and everything, so that was really interesting. Most people, it reminds them of someone in their past, like their grandfather or their dad or whatever. And that's something that is really unique to pipes, is many people, they're just like, wow, that's really cool. And the best part about these are really inexpensive. I've done a video about these. This is Mershon pipes here. Let's see here. They've been trademarked since 1883. These are just corn cobs. So they're relatively inexpensive. And they're real easy to use. As you just see, I lit one up right now. They get better with age as well. So just like with any of them, you don't want to overheat the bowl. The best way to do that is to put it right here, and if it burns your cheek like that, then it's way too hot. So we used to keep that in mind, and never ever pull the stem out when it's still hot, because it can warp it or crack it in here. I've seen them crack in here when they try to reinsert it, or they just can't, because this is fucked up now that you pulled this out whenever it was hot. So yeah, please don't do that. It'll fuck it up. And come on now. It's a really windy day today. So the other thing about smoking a pipe is you're going to relight it quite a bit. There we go. So this straight here, I don't like holding this like that. It's a lot of weight. I mean, some people do. It just depends on what you like. They have some that are angled here. I have a couple of pipes that are angled. And those are really good if you're working on stuff. You can just keep it. And then, in my opinion, this is my opinion, but the smaller the bowl is, the easier it is, and the less heavy it is. This has a really long stem here like that. And this is really long. But I always prefer to have pipes like this so I can talk and whoever I'm talking to or whatever. And I hold it in my hand. I really do enjoy these pipes. They're so inexpensive and real easy to get started, and they make a beautiful char. Whenever they finally get charred inside of it, and they get that cake in there and the carbon, it holds heat really well. It does really well, and they're relatively easy to clean, and they won't break your heart if you drop them or break them, because you can just go buy and hoe. Like I said, I've had this one for I don't know how many years now, maybe at least 3 or 4. I think maybe I said 2 or 3 earlier, but I think maybe it's more 3 or 4. So something I do like. I mean, they make some that are more finished than this one. I just got this one because it looked rugged. So matter of fact, that's the thumbnail in the video is rugged. So rugged quality, I think, is what I have in the thumbnail of that video. Some of these do come with a filter in here. I don't like smoking them with a filter. I just don't like it. I never have. It gets wet and then it messes up the draw of it. And I don't care much for it at all. And I don't like the way it tastes. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. Some people, they do like them. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just some people like them, some people don't. And it's just something you're going to figure out. Do you like it or not? But a tool that you will need that is real easy to use is this. I call it a hookah tool because you can use it for hookah. Pack holes of the hookah. You can poke holes at the top of the tin foil, and then you can use this to move the charcoal around. So, but you can also use it in here too. So usually when I'm done, I can take this and scoop out the rest of the tobacco and leave it hanging there. Another thing I like to do is sometimes in these, because I pack it so lazily, sometimes it gets to a point to where I just scoop the top layer of this out and then repack it down, push it back down in there, and then relight it again. You smoke all of the tobacco inside of it. If not, you're going to have a layer and you're going to keep lighting it, and it'll never move down. There are different ways to pack these. That's the laziest way, and the way that I like doing it. So it just makes it really easy. I'm thinking about going on Etsy and buying like a pipe roll, but I've done a video about something that I found at a Goodwill store, and it had a sorry, it has about 6 slots for pipes, and it has a bowl, or not a bowl, but like a box in the middle of it where you can just put all your stuff. So it's real difficult for me to want to buy a roll. Like, I don't really need to, so I don't. Sorry, someone's coming out of their apartment. And one second here. So that's one reason why I do mention about these pipes. I've said this 3 times now. These pipes are really inexpensive. You don't have to worry about them. And you can see here, it's smoking just fine. Anything else that you use, it's totally fine. It's just when you first start smoking these, be very careful of overheating it, because you can blow holes in the side of it here. And you don't want to do that when they don't have this carbon cake in here. You can blow holes through it really much easier. Another thing about pipe tobacco that you can do is, you see here, it has it by ounce. So here in San Antonio, Finks and other cigar shops, a lot of the time, they will have tobacco in jars that you can buy per the ounce. So you can see, instead of buying a whole 10 or a whole whatever, like a whole pound or whatever, you can see, do I like this or do I not like this? And that's something that I really like, and they're really inexpensive. I think this was maybe, gosh, I don't remember how much it was. I know it was less than $10. And I've smoked many bowls out of that already, and it's only 1 ounce. I mean, they last quite a long time. And you may think, oh, it's only an ounce, but dude, that's gonna last like I said, 8, 9, 10 bowls, maybe even more than that. Depends on the size of the bowl that you have. I don't have any that are huge, like big bowls, like corn cobs that are like huge, like MacArthur style. A lot of times I just don't have time for something like that. I just try to do about 30 minutes, an hour, maybe at most, and that's about it. I do have a pipe that I've done a review on. It's a wooden one. It has a bigger opening. That one takes longer to smoke because it has more tobacco inside of it. There we go. So I can feel it heating up here, and I can put it right here, and it's not too hot, so it's doing just fine. So it's exactly as it should be. It's not scalding me, but it's warm. Ah, got it in my eye. Okay. And yeah, I think the next thing that I'm going to get is I was looking at the Savinelli page on Instagram, and they seem to come out with a lighter for pipes, like a pipe lighter, and it has a tamping tool in it like this, and it's I don't know if it's flame resistant or not. I really want to try it and buy it and see how it is. I don't remember how much it cost, but they're really proud of it. So that's the only thing that has stopped me from buying it. Is like I don't know if it's going to work or not. When I already had the Zippo one that I do like. The only problem with the Zippo is that I really hate, and I'm sure a lot of you will say this, is when you put the fuel in it, it evaporates out of it. So it's like you don't want to put too much in there. You don't want to put too little in there. But that's the only thing I don't like about Zippos. Every time I use it, because I only smoke these maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. So it's not a lot of time that I have in this, and honestly, I just find that really, really annoying. Like I hate having to refill it every single time and then relight it, and then it's just a giant drama thing that I don't like dealing with. So yeah, you see here, it's charred. It's like basically this is like the cherry of a cigar, pretty much. It's just at the very end. So sorry if it's blowing that around there. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. So it'll have a little bit in here. You can see it has a little bit in there. I can take this and just tamp it down in here. A little bit of it off there. This may be unconventional, but this is how I do it, so it works just fine for me. But all of it is lit. You can see it's smoking on its own. It takes it a bit sometimes to get it going, but you get it going, you get it going. Alright. Some of the videos I'm going to be doing in the future, like I said, I'm going to do a video about this hat. I have a couple others that I may do. Definitely going to do a review of this I have right here I got last year. My wife got me for Valentine's Day. Is this ceramic Arturo Fuente ashtray. I love this ashtray. It is just beautiful. And as I mentioned before, I love the Don Carlos from Arturo Fuente. It is one of my favorite cigars. It is the most favorite cigar I have that's not a Cuban. It has a caramel wrapper. I love it. So because of that, I told my wife, because we were in the cigar shop when my wife was with me, she's like, dude, that's a really cool, she didn't say it exactly like that. She said, that's a really cool ashtray, do you want one? I'm like, yeah, I want the black one. So then I ended up getting it for Valentine's Day last year, which is pretty cool. I think I have a picture of it on my Instagram. Like, it's one of the very first photos I ever posted on there. And I really like that ashtray a lot. I've smoked many cigars and put them in there. So that's something you definitely want to do, is if you do like smoking these, is get an ashtray that you like. It's kind of cool. You find they have so many different ones. There's vintage ones you can find. And it's definitely something you want to pay attention to. Is you don't have to just do boring stuff. Oh, I just smoke. So this is the best thing about this. You can find all kinds of cool stuff that you can buy. I mean, they had one on eBay, or no, it was Etsy. I think one time I had It had like a vintage brass one that was like a ball at the bottom, so you could pick it up and you could move it. And they were just really proud of it, so that's why I didn't buy it. It was really heavy. It looked like too. I think the shipping cost was like over $30. I was like, geez, man, like you guys are asking like 50, $100 for it, and you're also asking like $30 to ship it. And if it got here and it was cracked or whatever, I would just break my heart. It'd just break my heart. So that's why I didn't buy it. But yeah, just get you an ashtray that you like. Get you a pipe that you like. So that's one thing I do like about pipe smoking is the tobaccos. Some of them are really like generic, I guess you could say, like cherry, peach, but they taste really good. So if you wanted to try one that you like, see if there's like a regular flavor that you really like. Like this Casanova from Finks tastes like plum, and I love plums. And I think there's cherry, peach. Those are pretty good, but I just like this one a lot. And there's different kinds of tobaccos that you can try, but if you're just starting off, I would strongly suggest just getting one that you like whatever fruit that you like. See if there's one in that fruit, and then buy that. Like I said, sometimes you can buy it per the ounce, so you don't have to buy a big bag of it. Just buy like a little bit so you can sample it, you could try it. Whereas if you buy a cigar, you smoke it once, you're like, man, I really, really hated that cigar. You're out all that money. And the thing is like maybe as you, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will say this, is as time goes on, sometimes you want to revisit things, or sometimes it'll grow on you. Like I've had some cigars where I smoke it and I'm like, I really hate this cigar. Like I really don't like it. And then later on, I try it and I'm like the Perdomo was the 10th anniversary of Maduro. I hate that cigar. I know when I first started smoking, and then I started smoking it again and again and again. I'm like, man, it grew on me over time, and that's something that this can do. Like the first time you smoke a tobacco, like out of a pipe, you may not like it, but the best part is you can try it again and then try it because you have an ounce of it, so you can really get a full boundary of do I really like it or do I not like it? Do I want to buy more than an ounce or do I want to move on to something else? And that's something that I really do like about pipes. It's not available with cigars. And sometimes your palate can change where you like one thing or another. And that's what I'm saying is like you can revisit it later with a cigar. But with this, you can smoke it, 5 to 15 times. And you're like, yeah, I really just don't like that. Or, maybe it's growing. Maybe I do like it. And then there's some that is like, oh man, I'm not a fan of it. So that's something to keep in mind when you are smoking these. Hold on one second. Let me tamp it down here. It's definitely getting hot right now. But yeah, it's about the same, so I'm not doing too much. And the best thing you want to do with this is you want to sip it like a straw. You don't want to do like that, like it's a big gulp and you're freaking, thirsty and you want to just suck half on the bottle. No. You just want to do a little, like a little sip. That's basically how you smoke this, so you don't overheat it. If you overheat this and you put this in your tongue, it will light up your tongue. And I mean, it will light up your tongue. It will scald your tongue. It'd be like taking soup and dipping your tongue in it. That's what it'll feel like. And I mean hot soup. And you won't be able to taste anything for at least several days. You don't want that. You want to enjoy this. You want to have a joyful process. And one of the guys asked me earlier about how to basically pack one of these. One of my subscribers, and I did a video on that. So, you guys ever want to look at that video? It is on there how to smoke a pipe, and it's real easy instructions to follow. The only thing I didn't add to that was you have to relight it. Sometimes it's just the way it is. It'll go on me. There's nothing you can do about it. This is not an exact science. There's many ways to pack these. I don't think anyone ever has had a perfect pack or whatever. I mean, maybe you can have one, I guess. But it's all about personal preference and what you want to do. So that's the best thing about this. So as you can see here, it's getting ash in here again. So I have a smaller ashtray that my wife got me, so I just take it and knock some of this off in here. And that way it only leaves the cherry in there. Alright, tape it down. And I do want to say this. One of my subscribers has asked me to get a P.O. box, and I'm strongly considering it. But the thing is I'm not sure if it's going to be useful to me until I get more subscribers. So it may be only him sending me stuff, but I think it'd be better if I wait a little bit. I think I want to get maybe 1,000 subscribers for I start getting a P.O. box and things of that nature. And I think that'll be good for the channel because it'll be able, because what I like to do, like I said before with these live streams, is one day be able to read letters, possibly be able to do reviews of what people send in. That way I can send it back to them. If they have things that I want to review, I'll review it for them. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Maybe questions in some of the videos that I have, I can answer them in a live stream. I will be doing talks with the elders, or like talks with guys that do certain things. I'm going to ask my best friend about doing one here. I don't know if he wants to do it or not. I'm going to ask him on Sunday if he wants to do one of these days whenever I see him again. But which I'll see him on Sunday, but after that, I don't remember. I'll probably see him again in April, but we'll talk about going to the Army, talk about what it's like to be an immigrant here in the United States, things of that nature. We could do that as well. He's from Mexico. My best friend's from Mexico. So, yeah, and then my other best friend is from China, and he immigrated here from Hong Kong when he was a kid. Maybe I could do, if I ever get to North Carolina, I'll be able to talk to him, and maybe he'll do it. I don't know. He's a lot more secluded than my other friend, so, and one of them is enlisted and one of them is an officer, so you can get both perspectives of what it's like to be an Army enlisted person and what it's like to be an officer. I don't know if they have to do anything before they do that. I just want to talk to them and see if they're interested in it. If there's anything, if they are interested in it, then what I like to do is talk to them and see if there's anything else we need to do before we do the episode or whatever, so that way they can give the proper information. And that's something that I really wanted to work on, was figure out how to do that. So. Oh man, this is so relaxing. You know, it would be great. I drink all the limeade my wife made the other day, because these are perfect with like lemonade or limeade, or in the morning when it's like a brisk cool, when it's raining outside. It's just wonderful just to sit here and just relax, and it's only you. That's one thing I do love about it, because so much about our society now is just a complete distraction. Instagram, YouTube, this, that, everything is just like a giant distraction, and there's really hardly any time to just sit down and just relax. And that's something I do like about cigars and pipes, is you have that ability to just sit down for that duration of time and relax. And if you have a good friend, then you can sit there and you can chat with them the whole time, and they could be smoking as well. I like doing this as well when I'm playing dominoes or whatever. I do like to play dominoes a lot, so it's something that I heavily enjoy. Not just regular dominoes, but Mexican trained dominoes. I like playing the Southern style dominoes and then the Mexican style dominoes, which is different. Alright. So you had to relight it again and add them, which is normal. I said it's not an exact science. Oh. Please keep that in mind. Next week, I won't be doing a live stream during the week, I don't think, because on Wednesday I'm getting my haircut when I normally would go live. So you can tell here, you can tell my back right here, this needs a haircut. By the way, this is about the sign that you need a haircut. This right here is starting to be long, so I definitely got to get that cut. So yeah, but anyway, if you guys want to follow my daily content, I'll be posting on Instagram. You can send me questions on there. You can also send me comments, any comments, questions, or concerns down in the comments section. Love to see them. And I'll be putting out a short when I go live next weekend. I'm not sure Got a lot going on next weekend, so I may not even be able to do a live. But if I do, I will let you guys know. And with that being said, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so down below. And thank you very much for visiting Fellow J. Y'all have a good day.